So, as we know about, we have been talking about DigiLocker, Digital India Corporation, and ABC and ABC NAD. So basically, I'll just give you an overview. Like Digital India Corporation is running few programs under which there is a called DigiLocker is one of the main project which we are heading into. And out of DigiLocker, in the DigiLocker is connected with many other multiple projects like ABC is there, NAD is there, Poshan Abhiyan is there, Riksha is there, MyScheme is there. So today we are talking about uh, basically about ABC, APAR ID and DigiLocker NAD. So NAD, as you know, you need to do the login. So out here, there can be present many institution, autonomous institution who have not done the login, who have not signed up into this uh, portal, right? So I request each and every institution who have not done the registrations and like created their profile in this, the institution profile in this portal. So kindly do it right away. Kindly do it after this workshop so that maximum of the maximum of the meetings, maximum of the data uploaded can be done uh, in a quite easier way and a simple way, right? So for the next thing which we want to say about what is about DigiLocker NAD. So these are the logins. So if you want to log in into the DigiLocker NAD, which is www.nad.digilocker.gov.in. So once you click on the registration page, so there will be many of the things which comes up, like you need to select the institution name, then provide the details and all everything. Then you need to provide the educational details or the uh, account holder details, like the administrator details, like suppose like designation, it will be COE, then mobile number of the person of the COE, mobile number of the COE or the registrar, right? So first you register your institution, you provide all the details of the institution, then you provide the nodal officer details. Once you provide the nodal officer details, then what will happen is that you need to log into the portal. Once you log in into the portal, then the overall process will start off. Like here comes the dashboard and other things, like the my colleague will tell you about what are the important things about the dashboard, records, settings, templates, and other things, right? So basically, NAD is for basically uploading the data, which is called a mark sheet data or a certificate data or a transcript data. So anything or for autonomous colleges need to upload only the mark sheets. No need to upload the degree certificate. Degree certificates will be done by the university, right? So for uploading the mark sheets, first of all, they need to, if a new institution is there, so first they need to register, then they need to log in, and then they need to take some approvals. So they need to share the screenshot to the to me or my colleague. Once you share the screenshot of the page that your verification is pending, then we will make it approved. So it will take around 48 days. Once it's get approved, then only the work will start off as of data uploading. Now data uploading is a major process, right? First of all, we need to set the template. Template means what? One of the section where we can match our the normal like physical mark sheets with the online mark sheets. So we are providing different kind of a templates. Like if you need mark based, if you need credit based, if you have both mark based and credit based, if you need some autonomous college might have SLA, this and that, right? So there are many different components are there. So you can choose according to your templates. Once your template is ready, then only you can upload the data. So data uploading will be done by the CSV sheet. So I'll just show you quickly one of the two steps, as it is my colleague will go on this thing. So this is the template overview. Now this is the data where we put the insert the data. So like we input the data of the students records, like there are many columns are there, whichever columns are necessary, we'll input the data. So once the data has been inputted, then we'll upload. So all these things will be told by my colleague. Once again, I'm telling you. So this is just an overview. So how does, once you upload the data, how does it look like? So it will look like the marks will come up, the grade will come up, the credit will come up, the credit point will come. Along with that, like the ABC ID and everything will, you need to map. So like out here, now we have in place. So this is just an old PPT. Just the slide of this PPT is a bit old. So that's why you have missed out the ABC IDs. So out here, the ABC ID will be coming up. The name of the number of the ABC ID will come up out here, right? Everything will be visible out in this section in the mark sheet or in the certificate. So once the mark sheet and certificate is, you can see like, okay, everything is coming nicely, then you can submit the button and you can process the data. Now we can also process the data in two ways. So I'll stop sharing the screen. I'll just tell you. So we can share the data into two ways. Okay, we can upload the data into two ways. First of all, is that like you have an ERP system, right? Through that ERP system, you compile the whole data out in the from the computer and you upload into the portal, right? That is the one way. Second way is that we are providing an API. API means application program interface. So if you have an API, with the help of API also, you can upload the data at one go. Say like you have 20,000 of data, 15,000 of data, 30,000 of data, right? So you need to check all the data again and again. So what you can do from your system to our system, the data can be uploaded through an API. So API is just, suppose like I'm talking to you just now over this software called Zoom, right? So API is also a kind of an interface where we exchange the data from one system to the other system. Okay, so just that you need to provide us a mail that you need the API credentials for uploading the data. So we'll provide you a secret key and a secret username. Then with the help of that, you can tell your system engineer that you need to upload the data through APIs. So the system engineer will help you to build this like connect these APIs onto your portal, onto your system, onto your software, and then it will be connected to our software also, right, in our system. And then you can upload the data at one go, right? So Varun, are you here? I hope you are there in the meeting, right?
Yes, Devji, I'm here. Yes.
Right. So Varun, like I will end up my talks out here. So I'll hand over to you the meeting about it. So you can take over and
Sure.
explain the rest of the process to them in detail, right?
I'll explain the detailed process that how we will be registering on the portal and how the template selection part takes place. So everything, yeah.
Right. And just tell them about a bit of the ABCs and all, or what are the things and all.
Yes. Sure.
Fine. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining for the meeting. I'll be there in the meeting. If any question comes up, so I'll be there to answer those questions. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Over to you, Varun.
Thank you, Devji. So a very good afternoon to all of you again. And let me just share my screen and I'll give you a step-by-step guide that how we will be, how you will be able to register on the portal and what all things takes place. I hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So Devji just told you, he just gave you an overview that how things go. And right now I'll try to explain that, a detailed process that how you'll be able to register on the portal. Those who haven't registered, those who haven't, do not have the knowledge of the same. So I'll try to give you the insights into this PPT about the process. So I think this was very well explained by my colleague, Mr. Devji, and there are several programs connected to the DigiLocker platform. It's basically an umbrella under which all these programs, applications are working. So it is a type of a chain which has been created through DigiLocker. So moving on to the next part. This is a small overview. That the academic AI stands for academic institution here. So the academic institution officer visits the portal, which is the NAT portal, and then the officer authentication through DL, DigiLocker. Academic institution prepares students' academic data with or without ABC ID, upload students' academic data, then publish the academic records. Then the requester can verify the digitally shared documents, then certificate can be shared by the user, and through which the students will be able to access the certificate, and they'll be able to have this option for multiple entry and multiple exit. So moving on to the next slide. This is the portal, how it will look something like this. So when you will type in the www.nat.digilocker.gov.in, you will be landing onto this page. And uh, for the institutions who are not on this platform, they have to click on register. And for the institutions who are already there, they know the process. They can go via login page. So once you click on register, you will be landing onto a different page. That will look something like this. From here, you can select your institution name, and suppose your institution name is not here, you can have a communication with us, and from our backend team, we will be adding your institution name here so that you can register. So all these basic information is required for a registration process. Is your institution name, then your PIN code, address, landline number, website URL, and then you can continue. Once you select your college name, institution name from here, all these things will automatically come up here so that you'll be able to just, cross verify and edit if there's any issue. Then by clicking on continue, you will be landing onto this page. They'll be asking you to, provide your credentials for DigiLocker, because this is also, working in sync with DigiLocker platform. So before registering, before you are going for the registration of your institution for NAD, it is requested that they must have a DigiLocker account. So for DigiLocker account is mandatory for registration on NAD. So if I'm supposing that suppose XYZ person is going for a registration and they have a DigiLocker account, so after entering all the institution details and all the other things, you will be landing onto this page. You'll provide your mobile number, your PIN code, PIN or password, then you will be able to sign in. After signing in, you'll be landed on this page. It will look something like this, where you will have these options: dashboard, records, photos, templates, settings, support. On the right side, you will be able to see the admin name from which the account has been accessed. In this case, it is Ritik Rawat. It is just a dummy account for your understanding. And the institution name and everything will appear here. And mind it, the logo part, it is just this is a dummy presentation. You have to upload your logo. I'll tell you that how I'll be uploading your logo, and the verification part and all that stuff. So by clicking on this thing, on this icon where your admin name is appearing, you will be able to see this icon where it is written institution details. You will be clicking on this icon, institution details. You will be landed on this page. Okay. One on the other side, on the right side, you will be able to see this organization logo part where you will be able to upload the logo of your organization. And mind that there are some, requirements for the, before you can upload the logo. So it has to be, it should not be exceeding 25 KB size, and all these dimensions must be, must with all these dimensions, it has to be uploaded. So please keep these things in mind. And the second thing is you'll be able to see all your other details here except email address. You will be asked to verify your email ID. Okay. So there instead of this email ID verified, you will be getting this option verify email. So after clicking on verify email, you will be receiving a link on your email ID. Like for on any other platforms in, we are using different platform nowadays. So we are asked to verify our email ID. So just by clicking on this, you'll receive an email on your this email ID, and then by clicking on that link on your email ID, you will be your this thing account will get verified. This email ID will get verified. And once you are done with all these things, you can save it and then move on to the next part. Right. So other thing is that many times, there are people want to, add different users because the admin is there. But then, suppose I am the admin of my account, but I want to add somebody else also, because, every time, I'll not be there to, work on the portal. So maybe I have a team of, I have a team who's working on the ABC part. So maybe 2 or 3 members are there. So how other members can be, how other members can use this thing portal, how they'll be able to log in the, the same institution with all the same institution details. So here we have given this option that you can add up to 4 users here. So by clicking on this user management, you will be landed onto this page, right? So here, suppose suppose in this case there are three people here, but I'm assuming that the XYZ person has just logged in into this NAT portal, and there only one name will appear, that is his or her name, and it will be showing active and showing the role as admin. So what to do to to add another person as a user? Again, the same thing has to be, has been made mandatory. Any user you are going to add on this portal, they must also have an account on DigiLocker. Okay, so the account on DigiLocker is mandatory. Now, once you are sure that they have an account on DigiLocker, this person, this other user, then you have to just enter their number and then click on fetch from DigiLocker, and all the details will be fetched here, right? So the details will be shown here. Suppose here in this case we have entered the mobile number, and the details shown will be appeared in this second dialog box with full name. So now the portal will give you options that what is the authority that you want to decide for this person you are going to add on as a different user. So maybe you want to decide him, maybe you want to have him as your, certificate verifier, award uploader, award publisher, and admin. And these words might be new to those institutions who haven't visited the portal, but I'm just assuming that everybody is, familiar with all these five words, mainly these four words: who is a verifier, uploader, publisher. So I'm assuming that this admin wants to make this person as an, award uploader. So I'll just click on this select, and I'll move on, by clicking on the submit option. So here you can see, before I move on to the next slide, here you can see that there are some different, permissions. A bracket has been made to each and every authority you are presiding to that person. So suppose you are giving authority as an award uploader. So he or she will be able to upload student records, verify, five sample records, but will not be able to submit files. And they will not be able to add years in publish records also, but they can upload files in, which are not verified and submitted. They can upload the student photos also, and so and so. So these are the, but in case of admin and award publisher is only, has been allowed with most of the permissions, but only, just six of these permissions are not available with award publisher. But admin has full rights to do everything. So these things are made available just to, that for uploading part and verification part, you can have up to one or two other members who are working on the portal at the same time, and they are doing the work on the portal. And for the final, publishing the data, getting your data live, you can actually you can ask your admin to log in and do the other part, the rest of the part. So keeping these things in mind, I'll move on to the next part by clicking on to submit. Now, as my colleague Devji, he was trying to explain you that there are different templates. So just before jumping on to the templates part, I'll just give you a small brief that templates word is basically used in reference to the, data uploading part, as it has been made mandatory by UGC and Ministry of Education, that the students' credit data has to be uploaded on the portal just to create an online repository, plus also give a benefit to the students, and give some sense of importance and usage of credits which are allotted to the students. So while you are uploading the data on this portal, a mark sheet, a statement of grade is available, made available for the students. But side by side, their credit data is also made available to a different portal, which is referred to as Academic Bank of Credits. So which has been, basically made available for the students to have a look at their credits which they are using, and from where did they get their credits, and how they are using their credits and all that stuff. So for institutions, the main focus will remain on the NAT portal, because they have to upload the data and provide the ABC account IDs of the students, and rest of the things will be done by the system itself. So now, just coming to this templates part, so I'm assuming that that a college has decided to move with the, this we call these templates, like there is a unique name which we are using for these templates, that is DGMST. Okay. So you will be seeing different segments here. Once you click on the templates part, you'll see that university degree mark sheet is available, which is basically for the, colleges and all that. So up above these, all these, templates, you'll be seeing something here, the code which is given to all these templates, and they'll be all coming up with a unique name, that is DGMST1, DGMST2, DGMST3, DGMST4. So you will be hearing this DGMST word a lot more once you will have a, frequent communication with our team. So I'm assuming that suppose we have selected this template, right? So I'll click on this template. Suppose I'm selecting this template, okay? So I'll click on this template. The template will open up and will give you a lot more options here. Suppose in this case, I have three options here, that is settings. One is the download button, which you from where you'll be able to download the PDF version of this so that you can get, approvals and all those stuff from your higher authorities to just, have a discussion internally that that you're going to move on with this template for the online part. So just to get your approvals and everything, you can download the PDF version from here before moving to the data uploadation part, obviously. And then once your approvals are there, you can download the Excel file from this, and you'll be able to, you'll be ready to enter the data. But it is, this seems a bit simple here, but a lot of complexities are also involved in, just in this step. Because suppose in this case, we have theory, practical, total marks, grade points, credit points, and remarks. Because this is the main part here. Okay, I'll just leave this part because this is the basic stuff. But the main important part is this. So suppose a college has come up with a query that, sir, we don't want theory, practical, and neither total marks. We just want grade points, credit points, and remarks. Maybe remarks or remarks. I'm just assuming that he wants remarks also. So he's requesting me that he doesn't want these three columns, but he wants subject code, subject paper, grade points, and all this. So what I'll do, I'll click on the settings, and once I click on the settings, right, you will be able to see a dialog box here. Okay, and just you saw this small eye icon in the previous slide. I'm just moving on to the previous slide. You saw this eye icon, right? So once you click on the settings button, you will see a drop down from here, drop down list, and there will be several particulars mentioning all these, theory, practical, total marks. And in front of these particulars, you'll see a small eye icon over here. And once you click on that icon, it will hide these columns. Suppose I don't want theory, so I'll click on theory adjacent to that small icon I. I'll just click on the I button. It will hide the theory column. And the same I'll do it for the practical, total marks. And if I don't want this total also, I'll click on the total row column. It will hide this as well. So after doing all those editing thing, I'll just click back on this settings button, and I'll be able to see a mark sheet in a different, with a different, basically all the different particulars. I'll be just seeing subject code, subject paper, grade points, and credit points, and remarks. So once I'm done with my editing part and all these things, I'll move on. I'll just drag down on this page. I'll move to the very end of this page. Just drag your cursor down to the page. You'll be able to see a small button here, which is set. We'll be able to just click on the set button, and you will see that your template has been chosen as a default, and it will give you a small message that this template has been selected for as a default template. So the template which you just you set in the previous slide, you will see that this template has been highlighted by a green color, so that you can easily find the template which you selected for the course, for the data uploadation part, right? Excuse me, huh? So once my template is highlighted, what I'll do, I'll just by clicking on this button, Excel button, which will be giving you a file to download the Excel file of the same. So by clicking on this button, I'll be able to see a small, Excel workbook from which you can identify organization name as particulars, course name, stream, session, ABC account ID, and all these other, columns which will be there. So the very small instructions are written on the screen. You have to fill the data, save the file in CSV format. CSV, I'll be just very specific. The format has to be CSV, comma delimited. Once you have converted the file, just zip the folder by just by right clicking on the file. And once you are done zipping the folder, you can go back to the portal and upload it. So let's assume that we are creating the file and we have done everything. So a college, an academic institution, comes up with a question that we are not able to identify what do you mean by C name. So a small, this resource section is available on the NAT portal itself. You'll click on this portal and you'll be able to see the guidelines part. So while clicking on this, you'll be able to download this guidelines document where you'll be able to see, what ORG code means, right? That means college ID as allotted by academic institution, board of the college as provided by AI. So things like that, all these, small abbreviations will appear here and the details will be here. You can find out what are the details that it is required to fill up in this column, and you can certainly go ahead and fill the data. Once you are you have completed the data preparation part, just follow these small steps, fill the data, convert the file to CSV, comma delimited. Then do not open the file once you have once you have converted to CSV format. Then convert it straight away to a zip format. Move back to the portal. This just for your small information, I'm giving you a this insight that how your data part will look like. Right. So once you are done with the file, just go back to the portal, click on record section. You can see this small button will appear here where you can see upload records. Just click on the upload records section, and then it will ask you, some small details here so that your document looks more refined. So before moving on, just directly jumping onto this part, browsing and going for the file, be sure to select all these these details, because these details, once you have filled these details, your final mark sheet, the final product will look more refined, in a more refined version actually, right? So if you don't see your department name, you can just click on this add button and you can add your department. And then once you click back on this icon again, you will see the department. Just click on that and select it. Do the same rest of the thing, do the same for all the rest of the columns. And then from here, you can select your type of record. In a college case, autonomous colleges, it will be university degree mark sheet. And once I've selected all these details, then we'll move on to selecting the, by selecting the file via clicking browse button. So once I click on browse, I'll be able to see my file named. In this case, it is result data underscore sample underscore university underscore mark sheet underscore v55.zip, right? So once you upload the file, a small, small dialog box will appear of uploading part, and then you will be able to see this another dialog box, which will give you that you have uploaded two records. That means you have uploaded a record of two students, and the number of columns you have created is 127, right? So it will appear something like this. Now, if you are done with all these details, then you can click on next button from here. After we click on the next button, a small verification step is here. You will be once again asked to, enter the OTP received on the admin mobile number. In this case, it is Mr. Abhinav. So he will receive an OTP on the number. Once he enters the OTP, he can click on verify OTP, and then a small window will appear here with which will be asking you to verify 5 documents. So a college can come up with a question that why 5 documents are only asked to to verify. So for this thing, see, if I'm assuming that suppose a college is uploading records of 200 records, they are uploading 200 records. So the system will ask this. institution to verify 5 records. So in every case, however the number greater it is or the smaller it is, if you are uploading one record only, you will be asked to verify one record. If you are uploading 10,000 records, you will be asked to verify 5 records. So why 5 records? Because I presented to you for verification, but you can also verify more records here. But why 5 records? It is assumed that if you have verified these 5 documents, right? Suppose if you have clicked on verify, so this sample, this thing, your mark sheet will appear here. The PAR ID of the student will be here as you have entered in the Excel sheet. Your logo of organization logo will come here. Institution logo will come here. The college name will appear here, and all these details will be here. Yeah. So you can verify the details. You can verify the details from here. Suppose you have entered the data for basic mathematics. So is it correct here? Are the columns in which I have entered the data, they are appearing in the right column in the mark sheet? Once you have verified for this one mark sheet, right, you can similarly verify all these 5 mark sheets. And these 5 mark sheets are not, picked in a very sequential manner. They are picked in a random manner, right? So suppose records of 200 records are there in Excel file. So the system will automatically, by through random sampling, it will pick up 5 documents, and which a person will not be able to analyze that from what is the pattern, how the system is picking up these 5 files. But it has itself a self-proven way. And once you have verified these 5 documents, it is assumed that and you can also be sure that rest of the file will be correct, because if these 5 documents are appearing correct, then rest of the file is also correct. So it is just there to save your time also. So now after clicking on submit button, you can see your file will go to this window where it will show that your file is under process. Your file name will appear here. The size and the total records will show here. Every other detail will be here. Year is also there, and then uploaded on details will be present here. So you have to wait. It usually takes up to 2-3 hours also, but it most of the cases might be maximum 1 day. So we would ask the institutions to be patient and don't hurry here. Just wait for the process, because this has been improving, improving as the days goes by. Many a times the data is processed within few minutes also. And what do I mean by data process? Suppose you can see, here that small thing is coming up here, that for this file name anknu.reg.zip, this file was failed. So an institution, might panic that I uploaded the document and it failed. So there is nothing to be panicked about. It is just that this file is also available for you to download and see that what is the error, right? So if I click on this errors file, I'll just be able to download the file. Okay. So suppose you have downloaded the file. So your downloaded file will look in the same in the exact same way, but only here the first column is academic course ID, but in that error file the first column will be invalid column, and you will be able to see the errors in which headers the system has given you error. Suppose in the invalid column the system has given you error in roll number, or the system has given you error in candidate name. So the system has given you error in gender. So you will be able to identify that which all headers have been, sent back with the errors. And we are always there to solve these issues. You can connect with us as well. But all these small details, what are the errors, it will be given in that first column only once you download the error file. So after downloading and rectifying the error file, you can upload the file again, and then wait for the file to get published. Okay. So it will give you this option here that the file has been processed successfully. Then you'll be asked to publish your file. Now, if you click on publish, the data will be saved to the database and ready to make it live in a public domain, that is DigiLocker, and it will be available for the students after we receive the data live request. So what is data live request? It is a small request which you have to send us via email. that you want your data to be live on DigiLocker, and we will start the due process, and within matter of time your data will be live on DigiLocker for the students, right? So this was the small process that how NAT DigiLocker works. Now, I'll just quickly explain that what is APAR ID bulk creation, for AIs. Because recently, academic institutions are facing a lot of pressure from, from every other, uh, authorities that ABC ID is mandatory. Students must have an ABC ID. Why this message has been just circulated? Because see, if a student will not have an ABC ID, no matter how much credits he or she has earned, the student will not be able to not be able to start with the usage of these credits, because the Ministry of Education has given the smart usage that how students can use these credits. That is why there is this system of multiple entry and multiple exits also. That is how the students will be able to spend their credits, redeem their credits, and earn their credits. And where will this all accounts be shown? It will be, this statement of accounts will be available on the Academic Bank of Credits portal, from where a student will be able to log in and see where all his or her credits are going, and from where his or her credits are, he or she is earning. So that is a portal for the student. They'll be able to see it from there. But for you, uh, now the challenge comes up that many a time students are not creating ABC IDs, right? And the college wants to just create this thing from their own, taking up this challenge at their college level. So we have given this option in the portal itself. So once you log in back to the NAD portal, you'll have to click on this icon again. You will see a small option here of utilities, right? Once you click on utilities, you'll get this option ABC ID creation. So you can create the ABC IDs of the students in bulk mode here. That suppose if you want to create students of ABC ID of 500 students in one go, a very small process is involved. You'll click on this via going to the utilities section. You'll click on this, and then uh, you'll be landed onto this page. A small option will be given here that you can download a sample file from here, and this upload section part is also available here, right? So it is saying, before we move on to the next slide, it is just giving you small detail here that upload file where each row contain name, date of birth, gender, Aadhaar, mobile. So after we click on the sample file to download, uh, you will see a small CSV file here again, and the file will be asking you to enter the Aadhaar name of the students, for which you have to create the ABC ID. What is their date of birth according to that Aadhaar? What is their gender? What is their this thing Aadhaar number? What is their mobile number? And once you upload this, once you just done with this, with all these details. Suppose in this case we are going with these two students. So just for the time being, ignore this part, right? You have uploaded these four columns, and now what you will do, you will go back and save the file, convert it. Then you will upload the file on this same section. You'll click on upload, and then you will be able to upload the file with .csv file again. But here you have to just upload the CSV file. You'll not have to zip the file. And once you upload the file, you'll have to wait for a few hours maybe, and then the system will give you your successful file, if your file is successful, if you have entered the data correctly. So let's assume that the institution entered the data correctly, and they were bounced back with a successful file. So I'll click on the download button, and then this Excel file will appear here, and which will give you the ABC IDs of the students, which will also give you a small option here, remarks that the ABC ID already exists, but it will also give you the ABC ID as well for the students whose ABC ID already exists, and for the students whose ABC ID was not there. So this is how your ABC ID will be there, and then you can just copy this ABC ID from here, and you can copy paste it in your that file where you are preparing your data, because ABC ID is mandatory to uh, to enter into the file which you are preparing for the upload. So once we are done with this, this is how you will be able to create the ABC IDs within a few hours, and just via collecting some small basic information which is available, within your ERP systems and all. So within a few clicks, you can create ABC ID. And suppose college is getting confused that they don't know that whether the student's ABC ID is correct or not, because most of the time these things tends to happen, and under a lot of pressure these things can go wrong as well. So before moving on to the data uploading part and putting the file in the this software on the portal, a college decides to verify their ABC IDs of the students. So the same process is here. You can just click on this ABC ID verification just as adjacent to ABC ID creation. After you click on this, you will be able to download the sample file from here, and then you can enter the ABC ID of the students which you want to verify. And then what you will do, you'll just have to save the file in the CSV format again, upload it, and you'll be able to download the success file from here. And once you download the success file, the system will give you what is their candidate, what is the exact candidate name in the this thing, DigiLocker, what is their date of birth in DigiLocker, what is their gender, as per the ABC ID you have provided. So you will be able to verify that Mr. XYZ provided this ABC ID, whether it is in his whether it is in his name or not. So this is how you'll be able to verify. And from my side, I have tried to explain you the NAT process and how you can just create the ABC ID in bulk form. Thank you so much, and I hope these details which I just provided you, will definitely help you, in, on registering the portal, registering on the NAT portal, and clarify other doubts as well. So thank you so much.